A missing murderer captured.
I think I'm going to take a nap within the next hour. I haven't been sleeping well, so I am relieved.
A paperwork mistake led to him walking out of a jail in Georgia 2 weeks ago. Today, he was cuffed in his mom's house right here in Central Florida.
I need the world to know that Kathan is not who they say he is. He is not violent. He is not out to harm anyone. And he was never on the run.
Tonight, Fox 35 has live team coverage of the hunt for a killer.
Well, it is a tale of two moms. One was scared that the man who killed her daughter was coming after her.
The other defending her son, the convicted murderer. Kathan Guzman was convicted of strangling his 19-year-old girlfriend to death. 2 weeks ago, he was released from jail by mistake. It turns out he's been here in Central Florida the whole time. His own mother drove across state lines to pick him up and bring him back home. We have live team coverage of the story tonight. Stephanie Buffamonte spoke with the mother of the woman Guzman was convicted of killing. But we begin with Fox 35's Matt Trezza, who just spoke with the mother of that convicted killer. And Matt, she says she did nothing wrong.
Yeah, she says she went, she got him, she picked him up, she brought him back here. She says she didn't think that anything was wrong, and she said that I asked her, was it strange that they just released him from the jail and you brought him home? She said everything, all the paperwork looked in perfect order.
He was released with no instruction on where to go, what to do, what to follow up with. Nothing.
Iris Guzman says the Clayton County Jail in Georgia gave her every indication that her son, Kathan, was able to return home.
This looks like an official release. On paper, there was nothing binding him to that facility. There was no instruction on where to go.
So she says she took him home to Ocoee.
I picked him up.
Okay.
And not knowing any other way to find out what's going on, I can't leave my son on the streets.
Iris Guzman says for 2 weeks back in Florida, Kathan made no effort to hide. In fact, they tried to reestablish his residency here.
No, there was no effort to hide anything. We weren't hiding anything. We've been here.
This morning, residents say this quiet street was suddenly packed with law enforcement officers and a helicopter overhead when they took Kathan Guzman back into custody.
I think there was a helicopter flying around over top. It must have been about, I would say maybe about 17, 18 cars.
Now, we reached out to the state attorney's office and the U.S. Marshal's office to see whether Iris Guzman may be facing any charges in the bringing of her son across state lines back into Florida. They say there are so far no charges that they're aware of. Live in Ocoee, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
Matt, thank you. Our live team coverage continues now.
Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte spoke to the mother of the woman who Guzman was convicted of killing. Stephanie.
Yeah, so she tells me she is just feeling so relieved right now to find out that Guzman is back behind bars here in Orange County, but is still trying to wrap her head around the fact that this happened to begin with. So he killed her daughter, Delilah, and he was supposed to be serving a life sentence, convicted of strangling her to death. She was just 19 when she died. Her mom, who lives in Kissimmee, was so scared when she found out the Clayton County, Georgia jail in Georgia released him by mistake, especially now today to learn that he was found in Orange County, not far from her home. She's feeling grateful to know he's back behind bars, but has a lot of questions as to how this happened.
I am relieved. I am relieved that he has been apprehended and in custody. I think I'm going to take a nap within the next hour. I haven't been sleeping well, so I am relieved. I feel as if a mistake should be classified as a name error or an age error or something simple, not a release of a convicted and sentenced killer. That's not a mistake. I mean, I don't understand how he walks past so many people and no one knew that this gentleman was supposed to serve life with the possibility of parole in prison.
Now, as you can imagine, this has been a lot for Delilah's family to process. Her mom tells me that she was going through the process of grieving. She had moved past the case, past the trial, felt comforted in knowing that he was going to serve life in prison. Now she says she feels uncomfortable, and she says she's going to continuously reach out to the DA's office to make sure he is still behind bars. Reporting live in Orlando, Stephanie Buffmonte, Fox 35 News.